of triumph, a feat against all odds, a story of one cow who wanted to jump over the moon so bad she defied the laws of gravity. I stand in the very spot where, just a moment ago, in a final attempt to jump over the moon, the cow disappeared into the sky and is now, we can only guess, heading through the stratosphere.
How long would you say before the cow reaches the moon, Jim?
Great question, Judy.
It's Beth, Jim. Judy's an intern.
Right. Well, it's hard to say exactly, Judy. I have an eyewitness here, a cat who seems only interested in playing the violin.
It's a fiddle.
Right. I am now learning that it is a fiddle. What can you tell me about the jumping cow?
Man, that cow loves to jump, trying to jump over the moon and things up high.
Right. Well, that was not helpful at all. Plate, or spoon, can you tell me about the jumping cow? Right. Well, they just ran off. Camera shy, it seems, of being seen together. Back to in the studio.
Fascinating stuff. Thanks for that special report, Jim. We'll have to check back in with you later to see where the story develops.
Let me guess. The cow jumps over the moon?
Well, we just don't know, Frank. We'll have to stay tuned to find out.
Or now would be a great time to change the channel. Viewers, I don't know why you're watching. Why don't you go get that pop party?
Frank?
Trust me, you won't miss me.
Very funny, very funny. You're such a merry prankster, Frank. On a serious note, we have plenty of exciting, groundbreaking stories coming up after the break. And later, an exclusive interview with the little pig who stayed home. Why didn't he go to the market like the first little pig? What does he do all day to keep busy? All that and more after this quick commercial break from our sponsors.
What the heck was that, Frank?
What the heck was what?
Change the channel, go get a Pop-Tart?
People should do what they want. And Pop-Tarts are part of a complete breakfast.
Have you lost your mind? Do you know
I can
what...
only explain myself like this. I feel dead inside. There's nothing left. I'm a shell of a man.
No, you're not. Well, I don't know, maybe you are. But that camera is coming back on in 5 seconds. So you better pretend you're a real boy, man. A real newsman, got it? And we're back in 5, 4, 3, 2...
Welcome back, folks. You're living in fairy tale land, and this is your 7 o'clock news.
This is not news. News is supposed to be new. The cow jumps over the moon every day, the little dog laughs, and the dish runs away with the spoon. Let me guess what else happens today. The mouse runs up the clock, little Bo Peep loses her sheep again, Jack and Jill, oh wait, is that today's breaking story? They fall down the hill, folks, okay? Because Jack and Jill are stupid. They're stupid kids that never grow up and always need more water from the well. Why are they so stupid? I don't know, and I don't care. This is not news.
Frank just isn't feeling very well this morning, right?
You're right. I'm feeling kind of nauseous from all the nut. Let me give you a piece of advice, Betty. No one knows where the peck of pickled peppers Peter Piper picked is, and no one ever will, because nothing ever changes in fairy tale land. You hear that, folks? This is your 7 o'clock news. I'm Frank Donnelly, and nothing ever changes. Unless you want it to. You don't have to fire me, Phil. I quit.
Right. Well, that's unfortunate. Commercial? Nope. Can't we just go to static? Right. Time to get a Pop-Tart? We'll be right back.
Beth, get it together. Let's run the Jack and the Candle story. Beth, I'm serious. Collect yourself. Terrible. Do we have a makeup person? Yeah, roll it. Roll it!
Tuesday, December, our artist, it's Nancy Silvershoe, live on the field.
Have you ever wondered how Jack's so nibble quick, working out, eating less, just the opposite, in fact? Incredible. I'm here, Nibble Jack, who's just jumped over the candlestick 44 times today, without catching fire. Mind you, now, I had to imagine that you'd have to be in great shape to do this. You'd have to be rather quick, is that right?
That's right, I have to be pretty quick.
Fascinating.
And nimble.
I'd say there's one of those I couldn't do without catching on fire. Why, I would be the ball of flames.
And then, like after you stop burning, you'd be like this black crisp of charcoal. But I wouldn't let that happen to you.
Indeed I would, Jack, indeed I would. Now, let me ask you, because the people out there want to know, how do you stay so fit?
Well, I'm always running on jumping over the candlestick, you know, because I don't want to catch fire. Because this one time I did, and I was like, whoa, I'm on fire. But it was also like really hot, and that made me thirsty, like really thirsty.
That sounds terrible. You're not going to be too thirsty. Best of luck to you, Jack.
And we're back in 5, 4, 3, 2.
I apologize.
Tuesday, December, artist, Mabel. This is Thursday Night News. That's Lumberjacks and that's Lumberjacks.
I apologize for the inappropriate behavior of my former co-anchor, Frank Donnelly, just before. Well, I guess it's just me now, the one and only anchor of yours, 7 o'clock news. I'm Beth Pants. Perhaps we should move on to today's top stories. Excuse me, someone's speaking really loudly in my earpiece. Sorry about that. We have a special report to report. An actual report. This is a first. I'm going out to Bill Hacker in the field with a late-breaking story. Bill?
Thanks, Frank.
It's not Frank, Bill. It's Beth. Frank?
What?
Do I sound like Frank?
Frank. You sound like Frank. What?
Nothing. Forget it. What do you have for us?
Thank you. I am on the scene here at Humpty Dumpty's wall. And it's not the only wall here. An additional wall was built today. A wall of defiance. Built by an egg.
As I understand it, Bill, Humpty Dumpty had a
What?
Humpty Dumpty had a great fall?
Yes, under normal circumstances, one would just think that. But today, something snapped in Humpty's big oval head.
Can you try and find out what snapped, Bill?
What?
Can you try and find out what snapped, Bill?
Darn it, Frank, let me do my job.
Sorry.
I'm a real reporter, not like your co-anchor.
Wait, are you talking about me?
Not you, Frank. Beth.
But I am Beth.
Humpty Dumpty is making an appearance. Humpty. Humpty.
No questions, please.
But Humpty, tell me, why haven't you fallen from the wall?
I said no questions.
But it's the people's right.
Okay. I haven't fallen from the wall because I don't want to. That's my right, isn't it?
But Humpty, why all of a sudden? Why today have you decided not to fall from the wall?
I met a man.
What?
I met a man.
Congratulations!
An angel, I think. And that angel told me not to jump. He showed me what my life would have been like if I didn't exist. And I didn't like it. I didn't like it at all. Why? There wasn't even a wall here. And no one knew who Humpty Dumpty was, and all the king's horses and all the king's men were doing other stuff.
And what was the angel's name, Humpty?
His name? His name was Frank.
An angel named Frank.
He said he used to be a newsman before he saw the light. And realized we can be anything we want to be.
What?
We can be anything we want to be. And he realized he didn't want to be a newsman anymore. Just like I decided I didn't want to fall off this wall.
And there you have it, folks. An angel named Frank. Strange days indeed. Now back to you in the newsroom, Frank.
It's not Frank, Bill. It's Beth. Frank quit.
When? Just now?
No, before. Call me crazy.
What?
Call me crazy.
Crazy.
But the angel named Frank that Humpty Dumpty was talking about might just be our Frank.
Now hold on. The angel named Frank that Humpty was talking about used to be a newsman. And the Frank we know used to... Wait a minute. Jenny, I might be onto something. Call me crazy, but the angel named Frank might just be our Frank.
You think?
I don't know. Hold on. We have a scene mounting over here. All the king's men have shown up, and they are not happy.
Whoa. I don't think so.
Come on, jump already!
Yeah, jump, you dumb egg.
We have a job to do.
Tensions are increasing between the king's men and Humpty Dumpty, as Dumpty defiantly sits upon the wall and the men continue taunting him.
No, I'm not doing it. I refuse. Consider this a sit-in.
Well, that's great.
What are we gonna do, boss?
Do we at least still get paid? We don't have a job to do. No one gets paid.
Hey, Egg, I've got mouths to feed.
We'll figure out a way to put you back together again. You swear?
Yeah, right.
Just jump.
Our life depends on it.
Jump? Jump? You mean plummet to my untimely death? Is that what you mean? Crack my head open and let my insides spill out?
Well, yeah. Know your role.
Yeah, know your role, Egg.
Humpty Dumpty had a great fall. That's who you are. If you don't fall, who are you? What's your place in this world?
I don't know, okay? I don't know where I belong. That's the whole problem. I'm having an identity crisis up here. But who are you to judge anyway? You're one of the king's men. You probably don't even have a name.
Oh, he's right. I don't. It's okay. Instead of soldier number 3, we'll call you Frederick. I like that.
Hey, I want a name too.
decides to join her. Doesn't mean any harm, doesn't realize how easily Miss Muffet is frightened.
How dare you? How dare you say such a thing? That baby didn't deserve to die.
Are you a relative of the Spider-Man?
I am that spider's mama. Was that spider's mama? He was just a baby. He could barely spin a web. Oh, wow, Wilbur, wow.
As I understand it, he was trying to scare Miss Muffet. Did you know of this beforehand?
Now hold on, he never put a leg on anybody.
Yes, but he did provoke her. Some might say Miss Muffet acted in self-defense.
The point is, spiders go around getting killed because of spiders. It's just not right. How did we get such a bad reputation?
Nobody cares about spiders. Nobody. Oh, wow, Wilbur, wow.
Now, if that were a butterfly that got squished, everybody would be up in arms. Full investigation being in effect, but nothing's going to happen to that mother girl. Spider has to die, also she can eat her nasty curves. What are curves anyway? I never heard of curves.
Curves is the devil's food. Wow, Wilbur, wow.
Little Miss Muffet should get the chair.
Okay, thank you both for your time. As you can see, emotions are running high. Some are calling out for justice. Now let's go to Miss Muffet and see her side of things. Miss Muffet, why? Why didn't you just run away or call the exterminator?
I've been running for a very long time. It made my whole life. And I woke today if I didn't beat Frank, my knight in shining armor.
Was Frank a soldier of some kind? Was he wearing protective armor?
No, I just knew he saved me. He told me that I didn't have to be afraid anymore and that I could stop running. At first, I didn't believe it was possible, but Frank showed me the way. When that spider sat down, I saw the light and I used the light to find the strength that was always stored inside me. Frank calls it the power within. And I brought my hand down upon that spider. It was my shoe, actually, but I squished it. I squished it good. I know because I heard the crunching sound. As I was rocking my shoe on my desk, I felt like a great bird had been lifted. Now I can eat my curds away, and over the chair that has taken over my life is finally over. I am Miss Muffet, and I am strong. Hear me roar. Roar.
Alright.
But my tuffet,
You're not going to need that when you're going.
I need to push my way.
One word, tragic. Back to you, Beth. I'm sorry, what did you just call me? Sorry, Anne. No, that's my name. I know, Anne. No, that's your name. Don't you think I know that? Fine then, Beth. Let me ask you a question. When you arrived on the scene, was there any sign of Frank? Frank, the man that Miss Muffet... We in the studio have come to believe that my former co-anchor, Frank Donnelly, has decided to take matters into his own hands. Word has it that he's trying to start a rebellion against Mother Goose and her beautiful rhymes. It's sick if you ask me. Frank is a deranged and dangerous man. When he's caught, he should be put down like a rabies-infested dog or quartered. Quartered? Yeah, you know, with horses. Don't you think that's a little cruel? Not in the least. We'll be right back after this quick commercial break from our sponsors. Stay tuned for the latest developments. When nursery rhymes revolt. Sorry, I don't know
What do you think you're doing, Beth? Have you lost it? I know they don't do anymore, but you mentioned Frank be quartered.
I'm not trained for this type of news. These are events happening in real time, and I'm supposed to report them as they happen.
You are a news reporter, Beth.
I didn't sign up to think on my feet. This is a violation of my contract.
Now listen, Frank's little mutiny is his feeble attempt to take the spotlight away from you. And I'm not going to let that happen. I'm not going to let Frank do this to you, or the news station, or Mother Goose.
If you're listening, Frank, you need to come back.
Run commercial, Beth.
I know we are.
Now, pull yourself together. You can get through this. You just have to focus. Right now, you're the only news anchor we have left, which makes you lead anchor. You are the face of this news station. You are Beth Knuckerpants. Now say it.
I am Beth Knuckerpants.
Say it again. I am Beth Knuckerpants.